what happened was, the reason you have to fulfill your faith is because that's your oath to God. With God in the Old Testament, all of his friends were faithful. They were completely faithful to a crazy fault, but not a fault, to a crazy progress to everlasting life. And not only that, but high status in the kingdom of heaven, right? And so, like, think about like Abraham, right? He's all like old and stuff, and all of a sudden God's just like, okay, go over there. And like there's nothing, and he's just like, okay, and like he just starts going like crazy, right? And then like, you know, him and his wife like growing up, whatever, and then like she's just like, oh, you know, like I wish I had a son because my back hurts and you're never around and I need help with the trash or whatever. And then all of a sudden he's just like, oh God, la la, and then God's like, of course I got you. And then so he gives him a son, and then later on tells him like, hey, actually kill him. And then he's like, okay, and like goes and get, like, of course it didn't happen, you know, he didn't kill him, but do you see how faithful they were? Like, Noah just started building a boat, like a huge, like 5 mile, 3 mile high, like, I'm exaggerating because I don't know the dimensions, but huge boat, and in the middle of like a desert or like a forest or like on top of a mountain, and people are like, what are you doing, crazy man? He's like, God told me to build a boat, and they're like, you're crazy. How many miles are in the ocean? How are you even gonna get there? Because he had faith. He's just like, okay, build a boat, okay. Like, do you see? That's like you, God telling you, hey, build an airplane in the middle of the ocean on a raft, on a little plank. And you start, and people are like, what are you doing building? Like, there's no runway. And he's like, God told me to do this. And they're like, you're crazy. But you just do it because God did it. Said to do it. It's faithful. God's friends are faithful. Okay? And even so, Abraham didn't even get to see like the what was promised. And even to his death, he was just faithful. He was like, oh, that's okay. I know you got me. Do you see like that? We have forgotten God. We have to bring God back in. Every time the harvest of one of the feasts and the religious contexts come, and it's so that we can remember the Old Testament about the Passover, what God did. We're like, Jesus is coming, Jesus, and we totally forgot that it's the day of harvest. It's like going to Christmas and expecting only the Easter Bunny and being like, the Easter Bunny's here, the Easter Bunny's here. Where's the Easter Bunny? And Santa Claus is just like, what? Like, what's going on? It's that kind of thing. And he's getting pissed off. Like, he's like, remember when Jesus comes down from the clouds, which is going to happen, by the way, and everyone will see it, and we will be in the air with him, because everything's going to change like that. We will be in the air with him, and everyone in the air or on the ground is going to see him from the clouds, and every knee will bow, every tongue will confess that Jesus Christ is Lord, the King of Kings, and he will rule the new heaven on earth, okay? But he's on the right side of God, who's in the middle. And we're going to be like, like, do you see what I'm saying? Bring God back. Have a fear of God that you have forgotten him. And when you do this, you will learn how to be faithful, okay? When you're faithful, give me 1 second. Anyway, thank you for listening. I'm very excited that this happened, because today I had decided, this New Year's resolution, I was like, I'm going to read the Bible every single day. Last year's resolution was I'm going to make my bed every single day. And even through the hurricane, which completely destroyed my house and everything, I still made my bed and I completed my New Year's resolution. And so this year, I started actually in November of last year, reading the Bible. Then decided that this year my New Year's resolution was to read the Bible every single day. And I have been, because I know that I can accomplish a New Year's resolution. I can accomplish a resolution for 365 days and make it a point and complete it. So I have integrity. So if you want to hire me for a job, just let me know. No, I'm just joking. I don't gotta do nothing, because God's got me. Like, you know, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Seek ye first the kingdom of God, and everything else will be added unto you. And like, it's true. Like, They don't like this book because it is so truth. Truth is the most powerful weapon in all the omniverses. And not only that, this is the word of truth about the God of love, the covenant for 1,000 generations in love. Only with love, the most powerful force, can the most powerful weapon be yielded with such grace to cut joint from marrow and not kill you. So I'm telling you, this book is powerful beyond belief. And another thing,